Good morning. Welcome to Getting Started with SPED. By now, you should have received your initial login information with your building number, login name, and password. The top line here on the login page is for your building number, your login name, which is your first initial last name, and your initial password. Go ahead and sign in. This takes you to the LumenTouch home page. Up in the upper left-hand corner are your menus. Go ahead and click on the Applications menu and go down to User Settings. And this enables you to change your password. Please do change your password from the one sent to you in the email. To access the students that you are the case manager for, you're going to go to the orange magnifying glass, the search applications, and at the top you're going to type in SP space ED. This gives you the list of applications, and you are looking for the SPED Student Manager. This will take you to your dashboard for the students that you have on your caseload. You'll notice looking at your dashboard, it tells you your students. You can search for them. The A means active only. You can unclick that. It will show you all of your students, even those that are not active. CM is for case manager. UA is for user access. There may be students that you are not the case manager of, but you do still have access to. This gives you dates, events. If this is visually distracting for you, you can use more of a spreadsheet option with lists and columns by clicking on the tab that says Students right underneath Dashboard. And this gives you fields that you can sort. So you can sort by current IEP date or review date. It's not as awesome looking on my screen because I only have 2 fake students. You can sort by age or by grade level. I like the ability to sort in this screen. The last field here in your dashboard is your upcoming dates, which just give you a list of when IEPs are due. When you have found a student that you would like to work with, you're going to go ahead and click on that student. It can be any random student. You will notice that this student takes you to the new IEP year process. This is where you would create a new IEP year. We're not ready for that yet. We're going to browse the side menu here and look at all the different parts of the IEP. The first thing I want you to know is down here at the bottom where it says IEP documentation. This is the IEP builder. It's also the place where the completed IEP is stored. So if you were to click on one of these, it generates their report. When you complete an IEP, it is a PDF file that can be printed or viewed. And if you're like me, I like to have a printed copy to put in my working file. So you can click on the annual IEP or initial IEP that was archived by Mary Cam. It will pull up this report generation, and from here it asks you to download or view. We have found the view screen is much more effective. I'm going to pull this down so you can see it. It creates the PDF. From here you can download it to your desktop or print it. This is what the IEP will look like. And it has all of the different information that you would need. So if you were just looking for a copy for your working files of the completed IEP, including most recent paperwork, like your notice of meeting and your prior written notice, they would all be attached to this information in one place. You can find all of those documents separately. The next thing I want you to look at is up here at the top where it says Documentation. In your Documentation tab, these are all of the documents that have been attached to this IEP. And you'll notice my fake student has a lot of documents. But here you can find the prior written notice, a behavior intervention plan, any of these documents that were completed, if they are marked old, they have been archived, they are from an old IEP. You can also create new documents by clicking Add New. It takes you to your list of documents. Let's say you need to create a notice of meeting. You come down here till we find notice of meeting. And this pre-fills some of your lines for you. Like in this fake student, it puts in the parent's name. It always defaults to the date that the form is created. Student's name, address, you must type in, of course, the proposed meeting date and time, the other information. When this form is completed, you can print and save from here. You need to save it. It will save to your Documents tab. As you will see that form is now here. This is also the area where you will upload forms and information, but again, that's for another day. If you look down your side panel here, there are lots of different areas. And most of those we will cover in future videos, but the last thing I think is really important in your getting started is going to your user access. Any other providers who need to have access to this IEP, and those would be related service providers, administrators, your OT, your PT, whoever that is. You're going to click Allowed User Access. It brings up a list of all the people who are allowed to view this IEP. Now, most of you will also have access to this IEP, so I'm a fake will be on your user access list. To add someone, you click the search. It takes you to the list of all users. You can click on someone's name, and then you say Process Selections, and then Save and Finish. And this took us automatically to the progress report. But your user access is how you allow your speech pathologist, your OT, to have access to the students on your caseload. As the school year has changed, you may now have a new speech pathologist compared to who they had last year, and you need to make sure that person has access to the IEP. The last screen that it took me automatically here is progress reports, so it's probably a good idea to go ahead and look at that. All of your progress reports in your archived reports will show you the reports from the past year or the past reporting session. You'll be able to pull those open, view them, and from here you can download and print. Again, I like to have the prior year's progress notes in my working folder so I know where students are compared to their goals. I know that this is a very tiny scratch in the surface of SPED, and you will probably have many, many questions. The best thing you can do is let me know. Talk to your school psychologist. Talk to your peers. I am always willing to hop on a Zoom with you, and we can look at the information that you have and what you need to do. SPED is a great program, and we've been working out the bugs, and so we appreciate everybody's feedback. Thank you, and I will see you soon.